All right, on the screen you'll see the flashlight, the bottom portion of it that we created in the last video. This video we're going to create the top section with our lens and where the light bulb would go if we were adding such a thing at this point in time. So let's open a new canvas. And the first thing we're going to do is create new component. And this component is going to be flashlight underscore top. And we'll click OK. All right, so we've got our component in place. It is our active selection. I'm going to create a sketch, top bottom plane, and I am going to draw a center diameter circle, 13 millimeters in diameter. Enter. Zoom up on that a little bit. That's all we're doing in this sketch. So the next step, you could finish sketch and open extrude, or you can just hit the E key from here. It'll finish your sketch for you. And there's extrude. I'm going to extrude 16 millimeters, the home position so I can see it. Click OK. There's my cylinder, which is going to make up the basis of my flashlight top. All right, now we're going to create a sketch on the top of the cylinder, and we're going to carve out and leave a plate inside. So we're going to cut out the top from the top and the bottom of the cylinder, leaving a plate 10 millimeters. It's going to be 10 millimeters from the top of it, and it'll be 0.8 millimeters thick. Okay, so my sketch, I'm going to offset the outer edge by negative 0.4 millimeters and click OK. Again, I'm going to extrude this, so I'm going to finish my sketch, extrude, hit the E key, select that inner portion, and I'm going to type in negative 10 millimeters so that we're cutting out this portion of the cylinder. My operation's cut, negative 10. I know it's cut because it's red. Click OK. So I've hollowed out that top portion. Now, I made it 16 millimeters tall altogether. I went down 10 millimeters from the top. I went 0.8 millimeters in the thickness of my divider, which leaves me with, well, 16 minus 10 minus the 0.8 leaves me with 5.2 millimeters that I need to cut out from the bottom. Understanding where the math comes from is extremely important. So I just rotated it. I can see the bottom of my cylinder, create sketch, select the bottom of my cylinder, rotate it so I can see it a little better. I'm going to offset, select this edge. Once again, negative 0.4 millimeters. Click OK. I'm going to hit the E key again to extrude. And as I said, the extrude this point in time will be a negative 5.2 millimeters. It's cutting, looks good, click OK. Go to the home position. So I've cut from the top and the bottom and left a plate in between. So that is where we're at the moment. And now we're going to come back and add the threads to the bottom portion. Okay. And let's roll it up so I can see the bottom wall. This is the face where we're going to add the thread. So let's go create thread. Select the face. I want it to be modeled. I do not want it full length. Our threads on the top are 5 millimeters. Okay, no offset. Isometric profile is good. 12 millimeters is good. M12 by 0.05 is going to be the thread designation. M12 by 0.05. 6/8, right hand are both good. Let's click OK. All right, so I've got the bottom threaded, and that's a thread that will correspond with the flashlight body here at the top, which I'm pretty sure that's 5 millimeters as well. Yes, it is. And here we are. Okay. Next step is we're going to cut the hole where our mounts and our wires would go through. So we are going to create a 2 millimeter circle on the center point of this. So let's go create sketch. Select this face for no center diameter circle from the origin. Click 2 millimeters and enter. We're now going to cut that hole out. So let's go, guess what? Extrude again. Select the hole, the circle we just created. Let's go in -2 millimeters. That'll give us plenty to get through that 0.8 of a millimeter plate there. Cut. So the operation looks good. Click OK. We've now got a hole in place. Now let's put the lens in. All right, and the lens is going to be a new body, but we want to elevate that. The lens is going to be also be 0.8 of a millimeter thick, and it's going to be flush with the top edge of the flashlight body here. So what we're going to do is create a construction plane from this plate. That plate is 10 millimeters from the top edge. If we want it to be 0.8 millimeters thick, we're going to elevate this construction plane 9.2 millimeters. We're going to draw our circle, which will represent the lens, and extrude it up 0.8 of a millimeter. And let's get started on that. So we're going to construct offset plane. Select this face, 9.2 millimeters, and click OK. I'm going to expand the flashlight here. Let's go to the home position so I can see it. I'm going to create a sketch. Select this plane. I'm going to now draw a circle. And let's see, that's 0.4 of a millimeter thick. There's 13 overall. So 0.4 times 2, 13 minus the 0.8 would be 12.2 millimeters. Should snap us to the edge here. Let's make it 12.2. All right, we've got our circle in place. There it is. And now we can extrude that. So I'm going to hit E, extrude it 0.8 of a millimeter. And I want it to be a new body because I'm going to make this transparent. Okay? Where the rest of the component is going to be the aluminum, the red, to match the lower half. So new body, and click OK. All right, so I'm going to expand that. There's body 2. I'm going to right click on it and give it an appearance. And we're going to go with plastic, I believe, transparent. And the acrylic clear will be just fine. I'm going to drag and drop it. Close. And you can see a little bit of the shine there that it's projecting as being a transparent. So I guess the only thing I've got left to do is let's make the rest of the body its proper color. So let's right click on body 1, appearance. Let's close this or condense it. We're going to go to metal, aluminum. I believe it's aluminum anodized, the glossy red. There we are. Very good. Close. And there's the top of our flashlight completed. All right. Now we'll come back in the next video and we will create an assembly file where we'll bring in the bottom and the top and we'll add some motion to it as we animate the threads going together. That's it for this one.